Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys had a good week. My week's been pretty good, but a lot of stuff I want to cover and a lot of repeating themes this week, which is kind of interesting. But anyways, let's get into it. So first off, trailer for Legendary, which features Scott Adkins and Dolph Lundgren. I don't know how I feel about this one, to be honest with you. It's pretty much them going against like a CG monster. I think it's just one monster, but it could be more than one variation. It's more of like an action film and not really like a martial arts film per se. There's going to be a lot of shooting and people dying, and I guess you could almost say it's like a horror film, but not really. The film itself in the trailer, it looks like it shows Dolph and Scott fighting each other. I don't think it's going to be a very prevalent part of the film. Maybe once or twice they're going to exchange some blows. I don't think it's the primary focus of the film. But, I mean, I guess it's a different change of pace for both of them. It's a monster film in 3D, so take that for what you will. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm not too super excited about it, but it is good to know that, you know, Scott's at least branching out into different paths. But we'll get back to him in a little bit. So I want to follow that up with the trailer for Badge of Fury as well, which, I don't know. I really don't know about this movie. I feel like every trailer that comes out, I just get less and less excited for it. Every part of the trailer is like this throwaway gag, and I don't know what to say about it. Like, I wish that Jet would do more with his acting abilities, but everything's a throwaway. It's the fearless punch, I think, and then the unleashed kick is what they call some of his moves, and it's just like every movie that he's been in, they're gonna spoof. So I don't know. We'll get back to Badge of Fury again as well. Like I said, a lot of repeating themes, which is really weird, but whatever, it is what it is. Alright, so following that up, I don't know why I paused there, but anyways, following all of that up, Last of the Best is Donnie Yen's next film that he's making, and he's actually already on the set doing some stuff now. Now, the Iceman is still coming out. The Iceman will become a thing, but it's on temporary like break right now, which probably makes sense because since they're splitting it into two films, they're probably getting part one done first, and then they'll release it and start filming part two. Given the fact that they're taking a break, Donnie Yen is not. Now, the first thing that a lot of people think when they see the Iceman come up, The Last of the Best, is Donnie with the wooden dummy. But I'm not a huge martial arts like practitioner or anything, so I don't know a lot about the different types of dummies. But I've heard some people say that this is more of like a Choi Li Fut dummy, than like the Wing Chun, which obviously I don't think Donnie wants to pull any parallels, anyways. But he looks like he's having fun. The set looks very different, and you know, a change of pace for the Iceman. So I think Donnie's going to be enjoying it because you got to remember he's been doing. He did Special Identity, and now he's doing Iceman. So it'll be a different era for him to be in, and I think that'll be good. I think that this movie will be very good, and hopefully we'll see some more of it as filming progresses. But I'll have to check it out. I think it looks good. All of Donnie's movies I've been looking forward to be honest with you. So that's always a good thing. Okay. Next up was the fight of the week, and it's called There's Always a Way, and it is made by LBP Stunts Chicago. Definitely should check it out. It's a great fight, great choreography. I don't think there's anything bad I can say about it. So be sure to check it out. Fight of the week, as always, it's good times. Alright. Next up, The Raid. The Raid 2, actually, or Barandal. You can tell it's too early for me to be filming stuff like this. News in regards to that. First off, two new images. One is a picture of the actual Hammer Girl with blood on her face because she's psycho. I don't know. Maybe she just misunderstood. Maybe it's not blood. It's blood, and she probably beat somebody with a hammer. But it looks awesome. Can't wait to see it. And then also, there's an image of Gareth Evans pretty much almost being run over by a Jeep. He was standing as the cameraman for one of the shots. I hope they use it. Because, like, the Jeep is, I mean, it's not, like, super close, but it's a little bit too close to be comfortable, especially when you gotta imagine that Jeep was probably going, like, full speed. So, looks good. But one of the things that I'm really interested about is this Twitter conversation that happened between Scott Adkins and Gareth Evans. Now, there's not a lot of, like, exchange. I mean, they can only do 140 characters at a time. But I feel like Twitter is becoming this way for stars and directors to talk with one another without having to deal with, like, agents or producers or any of that. They're just like, hey, I like your films. Hey, I like yours too. You should be in a movie. And pretty much the long and short of it, or the short of it since it's Twitter, is that, Gareth was like, I would love to have you in one of these films, and Scott was like, that would be awesome, and they're talking about him fighting Eco. So, obviously not in this film, not The Raid 2. I can see it happening in the third one, because remember, The Raid is a trilogy. So, I could see it happening in the third one, have him in the third film, and him fight Eco, which would be amazing. That would be awesome. I know so many people would be excited about that. So, I think it'd be cool, but anyways, feel free to sound off on that, what you guys think about it. I think it's cool, but yeah, like I said, I feel like Twitter is this thing where, Stallone's tweeting different people about the Expendables. Yeah, it's more public, but at the same time, you get a public reaction about what they think when it comes to the films and certain characters being in them as well. So, who knows? Twitter may be more for just people talking about their daily life thing. I still don't know how to use Twitter. Especially if you guys know that if you follow my Twitter for my website, because I don't know how to use it. But in a couple weeks, I'm getting a smartphone, so hopefully by then I will know how to use Twitter. Hopefully. All right, I'm getting off track. Lastly, on the news side of things, I think I've said that I enjoy Wogo USA quite a bit, and fairly often. But I love the fact that they're never resting on their laurels. And hang on. I forgot a topic. There was another trailer for Badges of Fury, but I don't know what to say about it, so take that for what you will. But yeah, there were 2 trailers this week for Badges of Fury. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. And I did. Badges of Fury had 2 trailers that came out this week. One was an action trailer. The other one that was earlier on in the week had the throwaway jokes. The one that I'm talking about right now is more action-focused, but I still feel like it's going to be a few minutes of coolness and then just a throwaway joke. So we'll see how it goes. But anyways, back to Wogo USA. My brain is scattered today. Sorry. Not feeling 100%. Okay, so Wogo USA has got the rights to Ip Man the Final Battle and The Iceman Cometh. Now, Ip Man wasn't that huge of a surprise to me because of the fact that they have released all of the other Ip Man films, including The Legend is Born. But 3D Iceman Cometh is actually a pretty big deal because if you think about it, it was shown at the Cannes Film Festival. Or Cannes. Is that what I said? Like I said, I'm not 100% right now. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so it was at the film festival, and it got a lot of, good reception. And the fact that Wogo USA was able to nab the rights to the film, I think is huge. It's not Sony, it's not these other, Weinstein Company, anybody like that. It's Wogo USA. And I think that's a huge win for them. I'm really happy for them, and I hope that the film does well. And I will be more than happy to check it out and give a review for it. But I don't know, I feel like Wogo USA is finally upping their guns and pushing for these bigger Asian films, and maybe even getting them before other companies have heard of them so that they can have the rights to them. So Ip Man will be coming out in September, and I think Iceman will be coming out spring of next year, but granted it's coming out I think December of this year for China, so it's not really that huge of a gap. It just seems like it's it's next year. But it's not that bad. It's only a few months after. So anyways, alright, I think that's everything I have. And then lastly, I did a review for Journey to the West, Conquering Demons. That movie was different. You can read about it in my review, but if you think it's going to be your typical happy-go-lucky Stephen Chow movie, it's a little bit different. I don't know how I feel about it. But anyways, I guess it's good. But read the review, see what I think. And that's all I got this week. So I'm just going to leave it at that and get some rest so that I can enjoy my weekend. So hopefully you guys have had a good week. Yeah, I need to lay down. Anyways, that's all I got this week. So until next week, hopefully next week I'll have some new stuff to show you guys. I know that I was kind of teasing you last week about stuff, but I just didn't have the time. And then just haven't been feeling 100% these past few days. So been laying in bed a lot, but I refuse to believe that I'm sick. So we'll go with that. But I think I'm kind of getting out of it. I chugged orange juice like nobody's business the past few days. So we'll see where that goes. But anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm done. Next week, hopefully you guys will have some new stuff to check out, and I will have a haircut because I'm going to do that later. And that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is K Miller. This week has been finished.